Hello student, today we are going to start our first practical having name problem on different types of error. In this practical we'll study some definition of error and what is rounding of error and how we will round off any number and what is the need of rounding of any number. So let us start our first practical. First of all, we'll see the definition of rounding of error rules, then it's some rule and why it is necessary to rounding. So see, rounding of error. The omission of unwanted digit of a given number are done by a process which is known as the rounding off rule. So if we want, see, suppose I have a number 5.67427882 and see, you can see it very easily that this number is very large. If you are doing any kind of calculation, it is very hard to write all this number all the time. So instead of writing this number all the time, we do some calculation to round off, right? And it is easy to write in place of this, it is easy to write this one. So how we do this calculation? So this is done by this rule. So let us see its rule. See, discard all the digit to the right of nth place. Suppose this is my nth place and I have to discard all this digit. But how I will discard this? If the discarded number is less than half, that means I am talking about this number. So if this number is less than half, that means it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here it is 2. Then leave the nth digit unchanged. So I will write it as it is only 5.674 because 2 is less than 5. So I will write this as 5.674. Now second, if the discarded number are 6, 7, 8, 9 in the nth place. So I am discarding from this. So here suppose in the place of 2 I am writing 6. So 6 is greater than half. So add 1 to the nth digit. So here my nth digit were 4. So I will add 1 to it. So it becomes 5.675. So this is the way how we do calculation for rounding off. And there is a one more way. If suppose the number is 5.674. Okay, here if it is 5, 1, 2. See, if the discarded digit is 5. Suppose this is also 5. So I want to discard from here. So suppose this discarded digit is 5 in the nth place. Nth digit remain unchanged if it is an even. Suppose I have to discard after this, so it will remain as it is. Okay, here suppose I am writing 1. 5.67512. Here it is 1. So 1 is odd number. So I have to add 1. But increase it by 1 if it is an odd number. So I add 1. If suppose this is 4, then I will write it as it is 5.675. So I hope now you understand why we are rounding off any number and how to round off any number. So let us see some more definition. Our next definition is significant figures. So while you do this practical, on all the question you will see significant figure word. So what does mean of this word significant figures? So digit means you already know what is digit. So here we will see what is significant figure. So in significant figure you will consider these 3 points. First of all non-zero digit are significant figures. Suppose you have a given any number like 1.2345. This number contain only non-zero values, means it is not containing anywhere 0. So it has 5 significant figures. Like 3000 has only 1 significant figures because 3 has some value but 0 does not have any value. So it will not consider in 3 significant figures. If in the place of 0 somewhere written 1, 2, 3, 4, then we will count it accordingly. But here after 3 there are 3 0. It doesn't matter that after 3 it is 3 0 or 1000 0. We will consider it as only 1 significant figures. Next one is 0 between non-zero digit are significant figures. So according to this, if any number contain in between 0 like 20105. 0 is there, but it is not at the ending or not at the beginning. So we will consider these 0 into significant figures. So 20105 has 5 numbers. So we will call it has 5 significant figures. Accordingly, 1.07 has 3 significant figures. Now last one is leading zeros are not count in significant figures. For example, 0.000234 has 3 significant figures because we will not consider these 4 zeros into significant figures. So from this we can conclude that 0.02345006000. Suppose I have this number, so I will count these values for significant figures, but I will discard these values. So according to this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 significant figures, but I will not count these 0 for significant. Okay, our next topic is types of error. See, before starting this types of error, we'll know some more definition. First one is true value and second one is approximate value. So what is true value and what is approximate value? I think you know these two definition. True value is nothing but actual value of anything which is given in the question. For example, pi is actual value, but its approximate value is 3.14. So this is the definition of true value and approximate value. Now there are 3 types of error. First one is absolute error, second one is relative error, and third one is relative percentage error. These 3 error are related to each other, so it is very important to remember all these error all the time. So let us see our first error. First error is absolute error. So as its name indicate, it is very easy to remember. So see its definition. The absolute error is defined as the difference between its true value and its approximate value. So absolute error is nothing but the difference between true value and approximate value. It is denoted by EA. So you have to remember its notation also. So EA is modulus of VT minus VA. See, error is never negative, so we have to write it in modulus, where VT is nothing but true value and VA is approximate value. You can remember by this true for T and approximate A. So VT is nothing but true value and VA is nothing but approximate value of any number. Next one is relative error. So relative error of a number is nothing but it is the ratio of absolute error and true value. So ER is nothing but EA upon VT, where EA is nothing but the difference of true value and approximate value, and VT is true value. So ER is modulus of VT minus VA upon VT. Next one is relative percentage error. The relative percentage error is defined as the relative error multiplied by 100. As its name indicates, it is nothing but relative percentage error. So relative error is, we have already ER, and as according to percentage we will multiply it by 100. So ER into 100, which is equal to EA upon VT into 100. EA is absolute error, so its value is the difference of true value and approximate value, and VT is true value multiplied by 100. So sometime it is given in the question EA, sometime VT. So you have to remember all these formulas to calculate any calculate any question. So this is the 3 types of error which you have to remember. So let us do some questions. Our first question is, find the sum of the approximate number are given as 245.72, 258.8, 17.5, 0.0087, 0.00031 and 41.5. So here you can see this, which number. See, first of all, you see it is not given in the question that up to how many digit you have to round off. So we will do accordingly. So here you can see that here least accurate number are 258.8, 17.5 and 41.5. So we can see that we can, or according to this 245.72, here value is given up to 2 decimal place, here up to 1 decimal place, here also up to 1 decimal place, and here also up to 1 decimal place. So first of all you have to see that which is in the least accurate number, which number is where up to where it is round off. So here we can see this rounding of the remaining number up to 2 decimal, because these three number are rounding up to 1 decimal. So to consider this one also, we will rounding up to 2 decimal place. So this remain as it is, this remain as it is, 17.5 remain as it is, and 0.0087 we have to round up to 2 decimal place only. So this becomes 0.00. Again 0.0031, this also we have to round up to 2 decimal. So this becomes 0.00. Now 141.5 remain as it is. Now calculate all this number. So on calculating this number, we will get value as 563.53, and again we have to round up this also. So 563.53. Here see 5 is, we have to remember the rounding off rule. 5, if there is a 5 at the nth place, we will see next number. It is 3. 3 is odd number. If there is a odd number, okay, we are here rounding up to 2 decimal place. So here it is 3. So 3 is less than 5. So this 5 remain as it is. So this is our first question. Now for the second one, see, subtract approximate number 57.4662 from 786.85. See, here we have given 786.85 up to 2 decimal place. That means we have to round up this number also up to 2 decimal place. So here 57.4662. So 6 is nth place. After 6 it is 6 is written. 6 is greater than 5. So we will add 1. See, 574,662. So we'll add, see, 6 is greater than 5. Therefore 57.46 plus 1, so it becomes 57.47. So this is rounding up to 2 decimal. We will get 574662 as 557.47. Now to differentiate, to subtract 786 minus 85 minus 57.47, will get 729.38. So this is how we do subtraction for any two number. Now next one, we have find the product of 171.72, 51.027 and 0.0085. See, here we will round up this number up to 2 decimal place, because 171.72, it has 2 decimal place already, and I can round up this number up to 2 decimal place, and I can round up this number also 2 decimal place, and you can round up these all number up to 3 decimal places also. So here why I am rounding this up to 2 decimal place, because 171.72 is least accurate number which is given in the question. So therefore I am rounding this up to 2 decimal places, and if you will round up to 3 decimal places also, you will get same answer only. So 171.72 into 51.03 into 0.01 is equal to, while doing this calculation we are getting answer as 87.628716. See, here I have rounding of these number up to 2 decimal, and you are rounding up to 3 decimal place, so you will get this answer only. But we have to round up this also. So while rounding this, we are getting 87.63, because here 2 is my second decimal place numbers. So I have to see the position of 8. 8 is greater than 5, so I will add 1 to 2, so my 2 become 3, so 87.63. And if you are rounding off these up to 3 decimal place, you will get 8 as a 9, so your answer will be 87.629, which is again approximately 87.63. So it is not necessary that you have to rounding up to 2 decimal. You will get same answer, but you have to remember that round off all the number equivalently. So here 171.72 remain as it is, 51.027. So here we have to round up to 2 decimal place, so my 7 is greater than 5, so I will add 1 to 2, so it become 0.03. Here I have to round up to this place, so 8 is greater than 5, so my 0 become 1, so 0.01. So this is the way how we can calculate or how we can do round off. Our next question is, if delta x is given as 0.005, delta y is given as 0.001, be the absolute error. So it is already given in the question. These values are nothing but absolute error for x and absolute error for y. So absolute error are given as delta x is 0.005 and my delta y is 0.001. In x is what? 2.11 and my y is 4.15. So here you can easily see this is my absolute value and x and y my true value. So you have to remember what is true value and what is absolute value. Now what is asked in the question? Find the relative error in the computation of x plus y. So I have to calculate relative error. So first of all we'll write what we have to calculate. Relative error in x plus y is to be calculated. So let us start our question. First of all, my x plus y is 2.11 plus 4.15 is nothing but 6.26. This is what? My true value. Now I have to add absolute value also. So delta x plus delta y, my delta x is nothing but 0.005 and my delta y is 0.001. So together I am getting this 0.06. This is nothing but my absolute value. Now I have to calculate the relative error. The relative error is x plus y is equal to. So what is the definition of relative error? Relative error is absolute error, or we can say absolute value, or we have given actually it is absolute error. So absolute error divided by true value. So my absolute error is delta x plus delta y. My true value is x plus y. So delta x plus delta y is nothing but 0.06 divided by x plus y is 6.26. So on doing calculation I am getting its answer as 0.000958. On rounding of this number, say I can round up to here, so I am getting answer as 0.00. 9 is greater than 5, so I will add 1 to this 0. So it become 1. So this is the answer of this question. So absolute error is EA, which is equal to difference between absolute value and true value. So our VT is 2 by 3 and VA is 0.6667. On calculating this, we are getting answer as 0.0000033. You can round up or you can write it as it is only. Second one, relative error, which is equal to ER, that is EA upon VT. Here we are getting EA as 0.00033 divided by VT is 2 upon 3. On calculating this, we are getting answer as 0.000495. So we can round up this as 0.00049 as 5. So 0.00, sorry, one more 0. Actually it is 1 0 more here and 1 0 more here. So this becomes 0.0005. Now our last question is, third point is relative percentage error, which is given by EP, which is ER into 100. So our ER is 0.00005 into 100. So we are getting this answer as 0.005%. So this is how we can calculate our absolute error, relative error and relative percentage error. So from this you can see easily, to calculate relative percentage error, you have to calculate absolute error whether it is asked or not asked. So you have to always follow this procedure. These are the question which you have to do. So question number 1 is, round up the following correct up to 4 significant figure. First one is 2.56232, 0.34026, 4.500, 89, 2456.782. Round up the following correct up to 3 decimal place. Question number 3 is, the following number are correct to the last digit and find the sum. So here you don't have to round off this number because it is already given in the question that these number are correct up to last digit. So you can add up these number directly. And in the fourth question, there are 2 questions. In first question, true value and approximate value are given and it is asked to find out absolute error, relative error and relative percentage error. And in this question, absolute error and relative error are given and you have to find what is the true value. So for this you have to remember all the formula which we have studied already. And for the fifth question, it is asked, write down the approximate value of pi by 4 correct to the 4 significant figure, then find absolute error, relative error and relative percentage error. This is like we have done 2 by 3 type of question. So this is similar to 2 by 3 which we have studied, which we have done already. Now question number 6, find relative error in the computation of x minus y. This is like we have already done x plus y, where x is 9.05 and y is 6.56. Absolute value, absolute error in this is delta x is 0.01 and delta y is 0.03, and you have to find relative error. So these are the questions which you have to do in practical 1.